Hello, and welcome to The Preserve. This weekend, we will be celebrating the marriage of Allie and Mark. Hello and welcome back. Today we will be doing interviews. I'm Bridget and I'm here with Brett. Wait, where'd he go?
Oh, hey there, Bridget.
Hi. So I have some questions for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite memory with Allie and Mark?
I think my favorite memory with Allie would certainly be all of the cruises that we've been on together. Allie went on the very first cruise I've ever been on, and she and I have cruised so many times together. Sometimes with friends, sometimes just she and I, and every single time it's been super memorable and fun. And for Mark, Mark has a way of making people feel really valued and special. And so there was a wedding that I had officiated that Allie and Mark were both at. And we were taking pictures after the ceremony and stuff. And so I was late to getting to the drink line. And Mark made a big scene and was just like, Brett, you gotta come to the front of the drink line. And all these people who were behind us in the drink line were just like, wait, why does this guy get to cut the drink line? And then Mark told bartenders, like, he's the Reverend, he's the Rev, he gets to cut the drink line. And the rest of the night, it was like, oh, he's the Rev, yeah, he's cutting the drink line. So it was awesome.
I got a lot of memories with Allie and Mark, and a lot of them surround going to concerts together. I first met Mark in 2009, I think was the first time that any of us met Mark, at a Fish show in Albany, and we had a good time together. And we've had many other good times at Fish concerts together, right, Mark?
Oh, geez. Well, I've known Mark since, I think, second grade, so I have a ton of memories with him. Some more appropriate to share than others, through our childhood shenanigans and stuff like that. I think really growing up, our dads were big sports fans, but funny as it may seem, our moms were the ones that got us into skiing when we were little. And that's the sport that we're both still involved in to this day, 40 years later. And growing up with our moms taking us on ski trips together and kind of learning how to do that. And then we still do this, and we've always enjoyed that together, taking ski trips. Some of those ski trips with him may be my fondest memories as kids.
I think one of my favorite memories of Allie and Mark is being with them up in Vermont at a ski house with them, and just really getting to know Mark that weekend. And it was, let's see, how many years? It was 15 years ago. So it was towards the beginning of the relationship, and getting to know Mark and just kind of hanging out, and had so much fun and many laughs.
That's so great.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually, in Los Angeles, we all went together to a Dodger game, and we had a great time, and this was back when they were dating. So I would say that is our favorite memory of all spending time together as a family.
Well, for Allie, I've known for quite a while, since she grew up in Potsdam with my husband Kyle, and the best memento I have from Allie is at our wedding, she made us cornhole boards, which we still have to this day and continue to play on. So every time we play with the cornhole boards, I always think of Allie. And Mark, I met Mark at an ECAC hockey tournament up in Lake Placid, and he was so much fun, and I just realized how much he completed Allie. And he was just so much fun. It was such a fun weekend for all us adults that it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories is just after a long ski day, going down to the Rockstar parking lot at Killington and just having some drinks and talking about all the great runs that we've done, and just, I don't know, just being happy to be alive and and being outside and outdoors where we love to be.
My favorite memory with Allie and Mark, probably it's with them together. It's probably skiing at Killington, and one of them is when we went all together that time, and Christmas time, and we had a really nice week with skiing with those guys. That was a really fun memory.
Many great memories. Favorite great memory? You're asking.
I mean,
Heated
I would
question.
go with Clip and Ticks.
Clip and Ticks.
Clip and Tickets, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
This is true.
Clip and
Mark D
Ticks.
made a living off of Clip and Tickets.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Now, Allie,
Here, you
on the
want to
other
hold the
hand,
phone?
always had a season's pass, and she was a very, honest human. Unlike Mark.
Agreed.
We've had so many great times together. We've done vacations together. I think one of my favorites is we made clams outside of Mike and Andrea's house, and we ate clams off of the tailgate of Dad's car. And it was the first time you guys had clams, and Allie and Mark brought them so that you could try them. Just little things like that are all the special things that I treasure most about Allie and Mark.
Okay, with Mark, I've known Mark since I was about 6 years old, so that's over 40 years. And a lot of people know Mark, and we all love Mark, and we know he's the life of the party. But I can say that I've been with Mark for his first party, and it wasn't a birthday party, and it wasn't like a raging party or anything like that. So the background behind this is that we all played baseball growing up, and we would have home run parties. So one person would be up to bat and they'd clock a home run. And say if it was DJ, he hit a home run, boom. Mark would go crazy. He's like, oh my God, there's a home run. And then Mark would go up. He'd hit a back-to-back home run. So he's like, we're having a home run party. Barky, you're up. So then I'd get up. I'd hit a home run. And he would get just as happy for us hitting a home run, just as happy as, if he hit the home run. So that was the first, example of a great party for Mark. And he's, like we said, he's the life of the party, wherever he goes. And it all started with the home run parties, in my opinion.
So for me, I'll do this in kind of two parts, but they kind of evolve to each other, which is awesome because of the relationship. But growing up, Allie and Adam lived right down the street from us, right? So we were together a lot. But as we grew up, I remember Lake Placid trips for ECACs, which Allie before Mark, we had a ton of fun and always hung out, and it was just great experiences with all of our best friends from Potsdam. What's awesome about it is it's evolved now later on where Allie started dating Mark, and Mark had been part of a few of these Placid trips with us in ECACs, so it was awesome to be part of Allie when she was younger, but then now Mark was also there for a few of those trips as well.
My favorite memory is going up to their ski house and skiing and spending the weekends with them when I lived in Boston. And then a memory of both of us is they were able to come to our wedding on New Year's Eve and ring in the New Year.
My favorite memory with Allie would have to be growing up, and let's just say Allie got a little bit of gum stuck in her hair, and then she told me she really wanted a short haircut because she said it was summer. It was coming. So summer was coming. I really need a short haircut. So we accidentally got gum stuck in her hair. My mom was babysitting us. Good job, babysitting. She wasn't really watching us, I guess. But she was doing something. But anyways, I cut Allie's hair. Allie had the most beautiful, baby curls that I think Mrs. Coop loved. Her mom absolutely loved. And that was the last of Allie's baby curls because I cut her hair to get the gum out. So this is a story that I think my mom and Mrs. Cooper bring up a lot. So that is probably one of the funny stories with Allie. But I have so many just because our lives have crossed paths through numerous numerous things in our life, but I think that's probably the biggest that gets brought up the most between everybody. So, yeah.
My favorite memory with Allie and Mark. So my favorite memory with Allie would be in 1997 when I first met her. And I really just met my wife, who's Becca, who's in the wedding party. And when I met them, I didn't understand how somebody could laugh so loud for 10 to 15 hours straight. It was very, very loud. My favorite memory with Mark, I met him in 2000, it was 15 years ago. So that would be 2008 or 9. I met him skiing, it was in Killington, and he just seemed like a really, really nice, fun guy, and so happy that things worked out for him.
And do you have any words or pieces of advice for them in their marriage?
Aw, that's a nice question. So, pieces of advice for them in their marriage. Gosh, I would say, and I think that Allie and Mark are already really great with this, but as many say, communication is key. So, obviously, just keep the conversation open, which you guys seem to do. So fun. You keep it light, and you guys are just a precious couple. I wish you guys all the best, and I know that they've got that communication thing down, and so love you guys.
Words for Allie and Mark for their marriage. Holy cow. Well, I think probably it's patience. It's making sure they show each other love when they can, give lots of hugs, and give each other time to continue to be themselves, and but also to be a couple.
Marriage is hard. It really is, but it's all worth it. You've got to work at it. You've got to communicate. You've got to allow yourselves to disagree, speak your mind. But at the end of the day, if you love each other, it all works out.
Piece of advice?
Yeah.
All right, piece of advice. Love you guys. And here's to keeping the world revolving in your direction.
I think for someone like me who's been married for so long, I can give them some really great advice. I don't know, be spontaneous. Don't be afraid to be silly and zany and quirky when the time calls for it. And recognize that true love is really hard to find, and sometimes it takes work. And you got a group of people who got your back when the times get tough.
I would say you guys have been together for quite a while at this point. I think you've cultivated beautiful communication and surrounded yourself by good people. And if you continue to do that, you're going to have a life of happiness and love. So cheers. We love you guys.
I think just love each other. Remember to be positive and to always put each other first.
Of course, Mark, just say yes. Always help Allie with whatever she needs. And Allie, you've already done everything you need to do, so you're good to go.
Do I get the same question?
Yeah, you can say
Okay, great.
different
That's a good
answer.
question.
That's a
So
good question.
my advice to you is don't ever get angry. Whether you're going to the store, you're picking up, a Subway sandwich, or if you're at home. Just don't ever get angry. And be married forever, love each other, and marriage is just a thing. Monogamy is the coolest thing ever. So enjoy each other and have the best life together ever.
I say besides the normal, just make sure you communicate and have patience with each other. Try not to be too stubborn. My biggest piece of advice would be crack a joke, have some fun, and just continue to truly love each other.
The memories that I have with you are very special. And, we look forward to creating new memories with you, after you officially join together tomorrow. So, I'm thankful for the time I've had with both of you guys. Love you so much. Allie, you definitely bring out the best in my boy, and we look forward to your guys' future together and us sharing the time with you on down the road and creating more memories with you.
Yeah, my message as you become married, right? Not everything is smooth all the time, but at the end of the day, you're a partnership and you're in it together, and you need to let bygones be bygones at the end of the day and start the next day new. That's all I can stress is it's not every day is going to be a honeymoon, but as you evolve and grow, you work through things and you grow in your relationship.
So we want to say congratulations
Congratulations
and best
best
wishes.
wishes.
And we wish them all the best in their future marriage together. And anything else? Our family words of wisdom is always defer to the boss. And the boss is Allie.
For Mark, I would say just listen. And for Allie, I would say don't talk too much. But yeah, I think Mark's advice is probably more important. Just listen.
Got words?
Love and luck.
Cheers.
Lots of memories, always laugh, and never go to bed mad.
A message to Allie and Mark. I would say someone told me before I got married to not sweat the small stuff, which is kind of hard to do sometimes, right? Because you think a lot of things are really important, but yet they might be really small. So don't sweat the small stuff, and don't go to bed angry, even when you might be really angry. Just work it out. Wake up the next morning with a fresh start. Take a breather. And I think someone told me, don't sweat the small stuff and never go to bed angry. So.
Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
And Allie were best friends growing up.
Wait.
She came.
I'm coming in. Sorry, Mark.
I like that smile.
Nubs, and what are you guys doing?
We are here for Mark D and Allie's
we're here
wedding.
for Mark D and Allie's wedding. What are you doing, Bridget?
Ooh, I messed up. Start again. Okay. Do you have a message for the bride and groom?
I have a message for Mark. Treat her right, or I'll kill you.
Nope. Restart.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on